guys, it's Rob here from Hypop at hypop.com.au. Today I'll be listing out the equipment that's required to shoot professional YouTube videos. Basically, you could get away with producing a YouTube video outdoors if you had some natural light or you had natural lighting from a window, either from the sun and if you had a plain white background or a plain white wall. That's a nice and easy setup. You don't need any equipment or to invest any additional money. All you would need is a camera. But to sort of be a bit more flexible in your production and to ensure that you have high quality photos and videos that are consistent on your YouTube channel, it's best to use equipment similar to what's behind me here. So what's behind me here is, I'll list them out one by one. Firstly, it's the pop-up backdrop, and that's a collapsible backdrop. It's two-sided, so there's a white side and there's also a black side. There's also a stand and a peg to hold up that backdrop. So that's a nice and easy portable solution. It folds down into a nice circle, so it's nice and easy to transport. And to either side of me here are some lights. Most people, if you've been looking online somewhere, you've probably seen softboxes and a variety of different other lighting options. But nowadays, what people are leaning more towards are using LED lights. So the ones next to me here are LED panels. So LED panels are nice and easy. They're also portable. As you can see here, it's about the size of an iPad. The advantage of LED lights is that they are AC powered, but they're also battery operated. So that means you can actually go outdoors and shoot your videos on location. So if you didn't want to use a white backdrop, for example, you wanted to be on location in a park somewhere and shooting your video, you could actually use these lights as well, and they're battery operated. So these lights here, you can see there's 2 batteries on there. It also includes some light stands. So these light stands obviously hold up the LED lights. So as you can see here, you have about 3 stands. There's 2 for each light, 1 for the backdrop, and just a couple of panels. All of that sort of have their own nice neat little carry bag, so you can transport that wherever you go. It's nice and easy, it's a portable solution. So what we'll do is we'll just go through some of the features of each item. So firstly, the feature of the LED panel is that, as mentioned before, it's battery operated, so you can switch that on. It actually has stepless control. So stepless control meaning that there's a dial here that increases the intensity from 10% up to 99%. So that increases the intensity, and that decreases the intensity as well. So it's also AC powered, so if you have an AC outlet available, that's easy to operate. There's also slide-in diffusers. So slide-in diffusers here, they just slide in and out. So that's a bare bulb, and if you had that directly onto a subject, I'll just quickly demonstrate that there. It's quite a harsh light, so what this panel does is it actually just softens that light and diffuses the light a little bit, so it's not too harsh on the actual subject. And some other things that are included, each panel comes in this carry case, so that's nice and easy. There's also a light stand mount that's included, so the light stand mount actually has a umbrella mount here, so there's a little hole that you can feed an umbrella through. So if you want to diffuse your light further, you can use a soft diffuser umbrella and just mount that on. What else is included in the package is there's some spare LED bulbs. So LED bulbs are rated to last 100,000 hours, so that's relatively long. However, if they do bust, there's about 2 or 3 LED bulbs here spare, and they're easy to replace. You just use a pair of tweezers and you can easily replace that. And in the carry bag, there's also an orange diffuser. So I'll just show that here quickly. There's also an optional orange diffuser panel. So if you want to create more moodier shots, or you want to have a yellow hue on your shot, that's easy to just replace and slide in there. So that's what's included with the LEDs, and those are some of the features. Another great feature of the LED is that they are CRI 95+. So that's a bit of a technical term for basically the color rendering that the light produces. These lights are a white light, and they're an accurate white light at 5500 Kelvin. So that means it mimics the same light that the sun produces. So it's a daylight rated bulb. And basically, with that particular light, you can rest assured that all the colors that come across in the video are nice and accurate. And that means that you won't have to play around in post-production, and that saves you a lot of time. So that's another great feature. And the other main item that's included in the package is the collapsible pop-up backdrop behind me here. So this backdrop, some of the features are that it is two-sided, there's white and black, and it's also collapsible. And you can actually have it set in 2 different ways. So right now we have it horizontally set. So that means it's really good for half body shots, as you can see here, or even having 2 people next to each other. So we'd recommend it for maybe about 1 to 2 people. And if you have it vertically set, so if we actually just unpeg that and rotate the backdrop vertically, that's perfect for a full body shot or a longer shot there, typically just for one person. So that's a really great solution for a professional lighting setup to ensure consistency in your YouTube videos. So this is just a quick demonstration on how to use the actual lighting setup and the type of video that would be produced using this particular lighting configuration. So I have one of the lights on here with me, and what I'll do is I'll position one light on either side of me, one as a fill light and one as a key light. Key light meaning the one that's mainly focused to me, and a fill light just to spread some light around the entire subject. So I'll just position these now really quickly. And this is basically the outcome of the video. The video would look nice and professional. You're using the collapsible backdrop behind me to have a nice even white backdrop. So that really does look like a clean professional video for YouTube. I've got either light on either side of me, and this is a nice portable solution. So this is used indoors currently, but there's nothing saying that you can actually bring this outdoors and actually shoot outdoors on location. So that's really great as well. So that's just a really quick video demonstration. What I do next is actually flip the backdrop to the black side, and we can actually use the yellow orange filter colors, the filters for the LED, and that'd be perfect to see a different type of lighting setup and the sort of different mood that it gives as well. Okay, so what I've done now is actually flip the backdrop around. It is a 2-in-1 backdrop, so it was white on one side and black on that side, so we've currently got the black backdrop set up here, and it definitely does give a different mood to this shot. So you can see it's a darker backdrop, and it does still give a professional feel because it's a nice consistent black backdrop. What I'll do now is, it's currently on the white soft diffuser panels for the LEDs, so we can actually change those panels to the yellow diffuser, and what you'll notice is that there's a bit of a change. There'll be a slight orange to yellow hue on the video, and there's going to be a different sort of moodier shot, and what I'll do is demonstrate that now. So what I've done now is actually use the orange-yellow diffuser panels on the actual LED. They're included with each individual LED, and what you can see now is, because it's not white and it's more of a yellow hue, there is a different sort of feel and mood in the actual shot. So this is great for using as a continuous lighting option if you want to create a moodier video, or even just a photo if you want to take that. You can leave one light on, for example, and turn the other off, and you can have a shadow effect, and you can make a lot of different lighting effects and moods in your actual video. Okay, so now I've only got one light on, and as you can see there is a shadow effect on my face here, so that does definitely create a moodier effect, which is what I was mentioning earlier. So there is a different variety of different lighting options that you can set up in configuration, so it really depends on what type of look and feel that you want in the video. And that's the great thing about this entire setup, is that you can actually configure it for different sort of ways to shoot your videos or photos. So this was just a quick video that illustrates how having the correct equipment helps you produce professional quality YouTube videos and photos. It offers 3 things. Firstly is consistency, so consistency in the actual shots that you're producing. So across the board, you know that your videos and photos are producing the same quality. And secondly is portability. So portability meaning that you can actually bring the actual lights on location, or you can use them indoors as well, so you have that flexibility to do that. And lastly is versatility. So versatility in that you can shoot a wide variety of different shots that I demonstrated earlier. You can have a moodier shot, you can produce sort of a dark hue on the shot, you can flip the backdrop around, you can set the backdrop horizontally or vertically, having 1 or 2 people in the shot. So those 3 things definitely allow you to produce those high quality videos that you're after. For more information, contact us at www.hypop.com.au. My name's Rob. Until next time.